the first time in the history of Rajasthan, a polo player has been made a minister. How do you see it?
I think it's huge for as a polo player myself. Ashokji really supports the sport. He's been doing so for many years, and now that he's been given this platform, I'm only sure that he's going to do wonders, not just for polo, but for every other sport in our state.
So, and as far as your is concerned, it's the beginning of
as far as
your polo scene is concerned, this is the beginning of the. What is your commitments or this thing?
I think it's huge. As I mentioned earlier, my family's always been very associated with the sport. Jaipur has always, the name of Jaipur has always come up when polo has ever been mentioned. So I think it's a huge responsibility on my head to make sure that even for myself, but I make sure that Jaipur polo and Indian polo is taken to different levels, and I continue. I do my best to make it international, to go and invite teams to come and see our facilities, to come and play with our players here, and then give an opportunity to players, especially from Jaipur, to go and play abroad in different countries, to have the exposure to play against better players on different conditions, so you learn and grow as players.
But have you seen your grandfather and great grandfather? Of course, great father is out of question. Have playing, but if I ask you, when you play polo, late Bhavani says Bhavani Singh ji or late Man Singh ji, who comes in your mind?
Well, of course, my great grandfather, Sir Man Singh Sahab, he was a much greater player than my grandfather. He achieved so much for the city of Jaipur and for polo. He was also a world champion. It was actually the only time India has ever won the World Cup under his leadership. So I always look up to him, at least for my polo ambitions, and I hope that I'm able to, if not match, get close to them.
And I read somewhere you were into now conservation also, the water conservation and other things. You are doing as a social commitment of this. Your mother, Her Highness, is already, are you part of that?
No, I think totally, and I do my little bit through the sport of polo actually. We try and associate my mother's foundation as well as other foundations, like we did right now, and we took a team to Paris and we had a big charity event there to support this organization called Nobility for Ability, as well as my mom's foundation, where they support children with special needs, as well as women that need to be empowered, to make them independent, to stand on their own feet. So we played polo for that cause, and then as well as I played a few other games in England with Prince Harry, which was for British Polo Day, but supporting a few charities that he supports. And I think that's another beautiful part about the sport that we play is the fact that with the thing that you love the most, the sport that you love the most, you can benefit something much larger than yourselves.
And what
other than polo, which sport do you like?
Football, I would say. I grew up playing football in school, and it's
from
something.
From her side, I'll ask a question.
Please.
How do you feel that you are always bracketed in the most eligible royals?
Well, I don't think.
You are with Prince Mateen of Brunei, Prince Maktoum from Dubai, or some Prince Harry, of course, is bad. So how do you?
Well, I mean, I think as long as it's a huge compliment, and I'm really grateful for all the love. But I think one's got to make sure that you don't let it get to your head, because the moment you start flying too high, there's also the risk of falling from very high. So no, I think I really appreciate all the love, and I continue to do whatever I've been doing, and that I'm able to live up to all the expectations.
And this part of appearing in Milan, the catwalk, and in New York or something, somewhere behind you are spreading message about Jaipur also.
That's
because you are associated with Jaipur, and Jaipur is associated with you. So wherever you go.
No, that's the whole idea. I mean, every time I travel, the most important thing, not just when I travel, my entire life is about the city of Jaipur, and the fact that whatever I can do, I will do for Jaipur and the people of Jaipur, wherever I am. So every time I travel, I try and you'll be happy to see that in the last so many years that I've been traveling, every year I host about 500 to 700 people that I meet all over the world, that I invite to come and see Jaipur. So it's not just the fact that I'm inviting them here to have a good time, but they come here, see the beauty that we have, and the beautiful way of living that we have. So, I mean, so many businesses indirectly are supported when people come to Jaipur, and that's what I try and do. I mean, I try and spread the message of the beautiful things that we have here, so that people, so that the message is spread.
Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thank you, sir.